Hey guys, Andrew from Model Flight here and welcome back for another video. Today we have something really special to go through with you. It's a brand new release from Team Losi. It's the Mini JRX2. So this is a very exciting release. It's a throwback to the original JRX2 which was released in 1988. Now for those of you that have been racing a long time, you may remember this car. You may have even had one of these cars in their original form back then. It was a bit of a game changer in the 10-scale electric scene. 5-link rear suspension, oil-filled shocks, lightweight wheels. The car was a really high performer then, and the Mini JRX2 is an extremely detailed scale version of that. So fiberglass chassis, fiberglass shock towers, oil-filled shocks, the same 5-link rear suspension. From the outside, actually, they've done a fantastic job at replicating this because it looks identical to the original JRX2. So a really cool release. Comes in 3 colorways, just like the original car, mimicking the box art from the original JRX2. So we have the blue, we have the black, and there's also a nice red colorway as well. So if you did actually have one of these, you should be able to pick it up in the same colorway that you originally had the vehicle in. So we might just take the body shell off and have a bit of a look through the running gear that comes with it in a moment. But in the box, you do get everything you need. So a Spectrum transmitter, your AA batteries for your transmitter, a USB charger for the battery that's included. It is running off a 2-cell LiPo. You should get really good runtime out of this. It is using a brushed motor in the rear, and they've even stickered the motor can to be a replica of the original JRX2 and using Spectrum receiver and servo as well. So reliable running gear, everything's ready to go. It's going to be a perfect vehicle for you Losi fans who maybe have had one of these or remember wanting one of these back in the day to be able to get your hands on a fantastic replica. Now that we have the body shell off, we can take a bit of a close-up look at the components that are included with this vehicle. So it is running a 42-turn brushed motor, and like I said, they've detailed the can to look like the original one back in the day. It's using a 650 milliamp 2-cell LiPo with a nice little battery latch here. So simple, just one body clip and you get your battery out for charging. 2-in-1 ESC and receiver system for the Spectrum radio. And then the Spectrum servo has a servo saver set up on the servo as well, so protecting that from any impact damage in the front end. Full ball bearing steering rack design. We've got fiberglass front and rear shock towers, a one-piece fiberglass chassis with 20 degrees of molded kick-up in that, so really nice, really durable, and actually really light as well. And now in the back end for the transmission, it is a modern style internal transmission, slipper clutch, but giving you that retro look. So new age durability with the retro look. Losi have done a fantastic job at replicating this vehicle. Probably one of the coolest things in my opinion on this is the 5-link rear suspension. So actually works really, really well with the oil-filled shocks, but just like the original car back in the day, that 5-link was a little bit revolutionary then, and it's super cool to have that on a scaled down version of the JRX2 now. Hope you guys have enjoyed the overview of the brand new Losi Mini JRX2. We think it's a fantastic release from Losi. A great way to bring current day technology and the nostalgia of the late 80s of RC racing into something that consumers can purchase and enjoy today. So for those of you that may have raced one of these or wanted to race one of these back in the day, I'm sure you'll jump straight on it to get yourself a mini version of that car. And also for the new customer that's never even heard of the JRX2, it gives them a bit of a history lesson into Losi and Gil Losi and his dad and kind of what they started with developing cars back in the late 80s and what they actually looked like and how they worked. So hopefully it drives similar to the original vehicle and you can enjoy that handling of the late 80s style of 10-scale 2-wheel drive in a really reliable modern day setup. So using a LiPo battery, great run times, quick charge times, 2.4 gig radio system, so you can get a bunch of these with friends, set up a track in your garage this winter if it's raining. You can be racing inside and having a bunch of fun. So these will be available very shortly. We'll put a link in the video description below, but jump on, pre-order. Like I said, there's 3 colors to choose from, so pick the one that you like the most, pre-order, and have a bunch of fun with a nice, cool, modern day piece of history from Losi.